Once upon a time, in the magical land of Lumina, there was a village where the sun never set and the moon never rose. The villagers, known as Luminians, lived in harmony with the eternal daylight. Their lives revolved around the unique creatures inhabiting the land, the radiant shimmerbirds, the glowing glowworms, and the dazzling starflowers. One day, a young Luminian named Lila stumbled upon a cave hidden deep within the enchanted forest. As she ventured inside, she found an ancient, dusty book lying on a stone pedestal. Curious, she opened the book and read the inscription, "The Tale of the Lost Moon." The story told of an ancient time when Lumina had both day and night, where the moon would rise and cast a silvery glow over the land. But one fateful evening, the moon mysteriously vanished, leaving the villagers with perpetual daylight. Enchanted by the tale, Lila decided to embark on a quest to restore the moon to the skies of Lumina. She asked her friends, a shimmerbird named Sola and a glowworm named Glim, to join her on her journey. Together, they followed the clues from the ancient book, which led them to the peak of Mount Glissendom. There, they found a hidden chamber, which housed a massive, gleaming crystal. The book revealed that this crystal was the key to bringing the moon back to Lumina. Lila, Sola, and Glim worked together to solve the complex puzzle guarding the crystal. They discovered that by combining their unique talents and strengths, they could unlock the secret to restoring the moon. As they placed the crystal on a pedestal and focused their collective energy, the chamber started to tremble. Slowly, the crystal began to rise into the sky, casting a soft, silvery light upon Lumina. The villagers, who had never seen the night before, were captivated by the new, soothing darkness. The starflowers bloomed brighter than ever, and the glowworms and shimmerbirds danced in the moonlit sky. Luminians found a newfound appreciation for the balance between day and night, as it brought serenity and tranquility to their lives. Lila, Sola, and Glim became heroes, and the villagers celebrated their bravery and determination. The friends learned that by working together, they could achieve anything, no matter how impossible it seemed. And so, the moral of this enchanting tale is that when we embrace our differences and unite our strengths, we can achieve great things and bring balance and harmony to the world. Good night, dear children. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by green fields and tall trees, there was a little train named Tommy and a kind tractor named Tilly. They were the best of friends and loved to help the villagers with their work. One sunny morning, Tommy was chugging along the tracks, carrying a heavy load of fruits and vegetables to the village market. The villagers loved Tommy because he always brought fresh produce from the nearby farms. Meanwhile, Tilly was working in the fields, helping the farmers plow the land and plant seeds for the next harvest. Tilly was very strong and could easily pull heavy plows and trailers. The farmers appreciated Tilly's hard work and her friendly nature. As the sun began to set, Tommy and Tilly decided to meet near the old oak tree in the center of the village. They talked about their day and how much they enjoyed helping the villagers. Suddenly, they noticed that the village children were sad and gathered around them. "What's the matter, little ones?" asked Tilly, with concern in her voice. "We're bored," said a young boy named Timmy. "We've played all the games we know, and we have nothing else to do." Tommy and Tilly thought for a moment, and then they had a brilliant idea. "Why don't we organize a race?" suggested Tommy. "I'll race on the tracks and Tilly can race on the road. We can have checkpoints along the way where the children can cheer us on." The children's faces lit up with excitement, and they immediately started to prepare for the race. They painted colorful banners, made flags, and marked the checkpoints with balloons. The next day, the whole village gathered to watch Tommy and Tilly's race. The children cheered loudly as the race began, and Tommy and Tilly set off at full speed. As they raced along their respective paths, Tommy noticed that Tilly was struggling to keep up. Tilly's wheels were slipping in the muddy road, making it difficult for her to move forward. Seeing his friend in trouble, Tommy decided to slow down and let Tilly catch up. As Tilly reached Tommy, he shouted, "Don't worry, Tilly. We're in this together. Let's finish the race side by side." With Tommy's encouragement, Tilly found the strength to keep going, and they finished the race together, hand in hand, to the cheers of the excited children. The villagers were touched by the kindness and sportsmanship shown by Tommy and Tilly. They realized that winning wasn't everything, and that true friends support each other through thick and thin. From that day on, the village children never felt bored again. They learned the importance of friendship, teamwork, and kindness, and they shared these values with everyone they met. And so, the little train and the kind tractor taught a valuable lesson to the whole village, creating a bond that would last forever. That's the end of the story. Good night, children. Once upon a time, in a small, cozy village, there was a toy store called Wonders and Smiles. The store was filled with wonderful toys that brought joy to the children of the village. However, the store had a grumpy employee named Mr. Grumble. He was always unhappy, and he never treated the children kindly when they visited the store. One sunny day, a group of children, led by two friends named Lucy and Timmy, decided to visit the toy store. They were excited to explore the magical world of toys, but they knew about Mr. Grumble's reputation. Despite his grumpiness, the children believed that he could change. When they entered the store, Mr. Grumble scowled at them from behind the counter. He muttered under his breath, "What do you want? This is not a playground." Lucy, being brave, walked up to Mr. Grumble and said, "We just wanted to see your wonderful toys. We've heard so much about this store." Mr. Grumble huffed, but he couldn't deny that the children were polite. He let them look around, but he kept a close eye on them, expecting trouble. As the children explored the store, they found an old, dusty box hidden in the corner. They opened it to find a beautiful set of paintbrushes and colors. With bright eyes and big smiles, they showed their discovery to Mr. Grumble. Instead of scolding them, Mr. Grumble felt a spark of curiosity. "What do you plan to do with those?" he asked. "We want to paint a mural on the wall outside the store," Timmy replied. "It will make the store even more magical, and everyone in the village will want to come and see it." To their surprise, Mr. Grumble agreed. He helped the children carry the paints and brushes outside and watched as they began to create a beautiful, colorful mural. He couldn't help but feel proud of their hard work and creativity. Day after day, the children came back to work on the mural. They always greeted Mr. Grumble with smiles and kind words, and soon he began to look forward to their visits. He started to see the joy that the toys brought to the children and how his store was a special place for them. Slowly, Mr. Grumble's attitude began to change. He started to greet the children with a smile, and he even helped them find the perfect toys for their adventures. The children's unwavering kindness and belief in him made him realize that he could choose to be a happier person. As the weeks went by, the mural was finally complete. It was a vibrant and enchanting masterpiece that showcased the happiness and imagination that toys could bring to children. The whole village gathered to celebrate, and they were amazed at the transformation of both the store and Mr. Grumble. From that day on, Mr. Grumble became a kind and caring person, always eager to help the children find the perfect toy. The children's unwavering belief in him and their kindness had shown him the power of good deeds and the importance of believing in others. And so, the toy store Wonders and Smiles lived up to its name, bringing happiness and joy to the children and the entire village. The moral of the story is that kindness and belief in others can have a powerful and transformative effect. Even the grumpiest and unhappiest people can change for the better when they are surrounded by love, kindness, and support. Good night, dear children. May your dreams be filled with spirit of kindness and belief. Once upon a time, in a peaceful town, there lived a little dog named Pippin. Pippin was a kind and gentle pup, but he was also quite shy. He had no friends to play with, as he was too afraid to approach other dogs. Pippin often watched the other dogs play in the park from his cozy little house and wished he could join in the fun. One day, Pippin's owner decided to take him to the local dog park. Pippin was excited, but also a bit nervous. He knew this would be the perfect chance to find new friends, but he didn't know how to overcome his shyness. As they walked to the park, Pippin's owner reassured him, "Don't worry, little buddy. You'll make new friends in no time. Just be yourself." When they arrived at the dog park, Pippin's heart raced as he saw all the dogs playing together. He hesitated at the entrance, unsure if he could muster the courage to join them. Just then, he noticed a wise old dog named Gramps sitting on a bench nearby. Gramps called out to Pippin, "Why don't you go and play with the others, young one?" Pippin explained that he was too shy and didn't know how to make friends. Gramps smiled kindly and said, "Listen, Pippin, the secret to making friends is to be kind and helpful. Show others that you care, and they will care for you in return. Remember, a good friend is like a treasure, and a little bit of kindness goes a long way." With Gramps' words echoing in his ears, Pippin took a deep breath and ventured into the dog park. He noticed a small puppy named Daisy struggling to fetch a ball that was stuck in a bush. Pippin dashed over and gently nudged the ball out with his nose, returning it to the grateful Daisy. They began to play fetch together, and Pippin felt his shyness melt away. Later, Pippin saw a big dog named Bruno who had lost his favorite toy. Pippin decided to help and soon found the toy buried under a pile of leaves. Bruno was overjoyed and thanked Pippin for his kindness. The two dogs played together, and Pippin felt even more at ease. As the day went on, Pippin continued to help other dogs in the park. He helped a scared dog named Poppy climb down from a tree, shared his water bowl with a thirsty dog named Luna, and even broke up a small disagreement between two pups named Max and Rosie. By the end of the day, Pippin had made many new friends, and his shyness was a thing of the past. He was grateful to Gramps for his wise advice and realized that kindness was the key to making lasting friendships. And so, the moral of this bedtime story is that kindness and helpfulness can open the doors to new friendships. When we show others that we care, they are more likely to care for us in return, and together we can create a world filled with love, compassion, and understanding. Good night, dear children. May your dreams be filled with the warmth of friendship and the joy of togetherness. Once upon a time, in a faraway land filled with enchantment and wonder, there was a magical kingdom called Fantasia. This wondrous place was inhabited by talking animals, fairies, and all sorts of mystical creatures. The inhabitants of Fantasia lived in peace and harmony, spreading love and kindness everywhere they went. In this magnificent realm, there was a small, quaint village called Merrywood. The villagers were kind-hearted, hard-working, and always ready to lend a helping hand. Among them lived a young girl named Lily and her loyal friend, a talking squirrel named Chatter. Lily had always dreamed of exploring the mysteries of Fantasia. She had heard countless tales of hidden treasures, magical beings, and enchanted forests. Her adventurous spirit and boundless curiosity drove her to embark on a grand quest, accompanied by her faithful companion, Chatter. One day, while wandering deep into the enchanted forest, Lily and Chatter stumbled upon a mysterious cave. The cave was adorned with shimmering, colorful crystals and emitted a soft, inviting glow. As they cautiously entered, they discovered that the cave was not only a place of beauty, but also a gateway to an entirely new world. The moment they stepped through the gateway, they found themselves in a breathtaking land filled with lush green meadows, towering waterfalls, and gigantic ancient trees. As they gazed in awe at their surroundings, a wise old owl perched on a nearby branch greeted them. "Welcome to the land of eternal wisdom," said the owl. "I am Solomon, the guardian of this realm. What brings you here, young travelers?" Lily and Chatter shared their dreams of exploration, and Solomon listened intently. He then told them that the land of eternal wisdom was a place where one could learn valuable life lessons and gain insight into the true meaning of happiness. Solomon offered to guide them on their journey, and together, the three of them embarked on a series of adventures. They encountered a family of bears who taught them about the importance of love and unity, a village of hummingbirds who showed them the beauty of living in harmony with nature, and a wise old dragon who shared his knowledge of courage and inner strength. One day, while exploring a hidden valley, they discovered a magnificent tree adorned with golden apples. Solomon explained that these apples held the secret to the greatest lesson of all, the key to a truly happy and fulfilled life. Lily and Chatter were eager to learn this secret and asked Solomon how they could obtain a golden apple. The wise owl explained that the only way to reach the apples was to climb the tree. However, the tree's branches were filled with thorns, and the climb would be a difficult and painful one. Determined to uncover the secret, Lily and Chatter embarked on the arduous climb. As they made their way up the tree, they endured numerous scratches and bruises from the sharp thorns. But they pressed on, motivated by their desire to learn the ultimate lesson. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they reached the top and plucked a golden apple. With great anticipation, they took a bite, and suddenly they were overwhelmed with a profound sense of understanding. In that moment, they realized that the true key to happiness is not found in material possessions or external circumstances, but in the journey itself. The climb, filled with hardships and challenges, had taught them the value of perseverance, resilience, and friendship. With newfound wisdom, Lily and Chatter returned to Marywood, where they shared their story with the villagers. Their adventure in the land of eternal wisdom became a beloved tale passed down through generations, inspiring others to embrace life's journey and cherish the lessons they learn along the way. And so, the people of Marywood lived their lives with newfound appreciation for the challenges and joys that came their way. They learned to cherish the bonds they formed with one another and to embrace the wisdom gained through each experience. Lily and Chatter continued to embark on new adventures, exploring the far reaches of Fantasia and sharing their knowledge and experiences with those they met along the way. Their friendship grew stronger with each passing day, and their hearts swelled with gratitude for the lessons they had learned in the land of eternal wisdom. As the years went by, the story of Lily, Chatter, and their journey to the land of eternal wisdom became a bedtime favorite for children all across Fantasia. Parents would tuck their little ones into bed, and as the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, they would recount the tale of the brave young girl and her talking squirrel friend who discovered the true key to happiness. The lesson of the golden apple spread throughout the kingdom, inspiring the inhabitants of Fantasia to face life's challenges with courage and resilience. They began to understand that true happiness is not a destination, but a journey filled with love, friendship, and the wisdom that can only be gained through experience. And so, the magical kingdom of Fantasia flourished, with its people living in harmony and contentment. They faced the trials and tribulations of life with grace and determination, knowing that the greatest treasures were not found at the top of a thorny tree, but within their own hearts and the connections they shared with one another. And as the sun set on another glorious day in Fantasia, children drifted off to sleep, dreaming of golden apples and the endless adventures that awaited them in the land of eternal wisdom. The end. Once upon a time, in a small, cozy village, there lived a happy family. The caring mother, Ella, the wise father, Henry, and their two lovely children, Emily and James. The family eagerly anticipated the arrival of Easter, as it was their favorite time of the year. They cherished the moments spent together, painting eggs, baking delicious Easter treats, and enjoying the beautiful spring weather. In this village, there was a legend of a magical Easter bunny named Hopper, who would visit the homes of well-behaved children to bring them Easter treats and spread joy. Every year, Emily and James would try their best to be kind and helpful, hoping to catch a glimpse of Hopper. As Easter approached, the family decided to do something special this year. They planned a grand Easter egg hunt for the children in their village. Ella baked delicious cookies, while Henry crafted beautiful baskets to collect the eggs. Emily and James helped by painting dozens of eggs in vibrant colors and patterns. The day before the Easter egg hunt, Hopper, the magical Easter bunny, was hopping through the village, hiding treats and painted eggs in the gardens of the well-behaved children. Hopper overheard the laughter and joy coming from Ella, Henry, Emily, and James's home, and he couldn't resist taking a peek. When Hopper saw the family's efforts to create a wonderful Easter egg hunt for the village children, he was deeply touched. He decided that this year he would do something special for them in return. Hopper hid a magical golden Easter egg in their garden, which had the power to grant one heartfelt wish to the person who found it. On Easter morning, the sun shone brightly, and the village children gathered in their beautiful outfits, excited for the Easter egg hunt. The event was a huge success. The children laughed and played as they searched for the colorful eggs hidden throughout the gardens. The joy on their faces was a sight to behold. As the egg hunt came to an end, Emily and James decided to search their own garden, hoping to find a surprise from Hopper. To their delight, they discovered the magical golden Easter egg nestled among the tulips. Ella and Henry were amazed when they saw the egg and realized it was a gift from Hopper. They told Emily and James about the legend of the magical Easter egg and its power to grant one heartfelt wish. The family huddled together, discussing what their wish should be. After much thought, Emily and James decided that their wish would be for everyone in the village to experience the same happiness and love they felt when celebrating Easter with their family. They held the golden egg together, closed their eyes, and made their heartfelt wish. The golden egg shimmered, and in that moment, a wave of happiness and warmth spread throughout the village. Neighbors greeted one another with smiles and laughter, and families came together to share meals and memories. The spirit of Easter filled every home, and the village became a place of love, kindness, and togetherness. Hopper the Easter Bunny watched from afar, his heart swelling with pride. He knew that Emily and James had chosen the most wonderful wish, and he was glad to have played a small part in making their Easter truly magical. The moral of this bedtime story is that the true magic of Easter lies in the love, kindness, and togetherness that we share with our family, friends, and neighbors. When we choose to spread joy and happiness, we create a world filled with love and harmony, making every day feel like Easter. Good night, dear children. May your dreams be filled with the warmth of love and the joy of Easter celebrations. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there were two lovely princesses named Lily and Rose. They lived in a beautiful castle surrounded by a lush forest, a crystal-clear lake, and a vibrant meadow full of wildflowers. The princesses were very kind and gentle, always taking care of their people and the animals in their kingdom. They were loved and admired by everyone. One day, the king announced that he would hold a magical ball to celebrate the birthday of the two princesses. This was not an ordinary ball, but a magical one, where fairies, elves, unicorns, and other magical creatures would come to dance and have fun. The ball would last for 3 enchanting nights, with each night more magical than the last. As the news spread, everyone in the kingdom was excited and eager to prepare for the event. Tailors stitched elegant gowns, chefs prepared delicious feasts, and gardeners tended to the most beautiful flowers to decorate the castle. The princesses, too, couldn't wait for their special day, and they spent many hours dreaming about the wonderful dresses they would wear and the new friends they would make. Before the ball began, the royal family received a special gift from a kind-hearted fairy who lived in the nearby forest. It was a magical mirror that could show the true heart of anyone who looked into it. The king placed the mirror in the castle, hoping it would remind everyone of the importance of inner beauty and kindness. On the first night of the ball, the castle was transformed into an enchanting wonderland. Colorful flowers bloomed everywhere, and sparkling fairy lights twinkled in the trees. The air was filled with the sweet scent of roses and the sound of laughter. The princesses looked stunning in their elegant gowns, one pink like a rose and the other blue like a lily. Their eyes sparkled with joy as they welcomed their guests to the ball. As the music started, everyone began to dance. The princesses twirled and spun, their gowns swirling around them like delicate petals. Fairies flew above the dancers, showering them with magical dust that made their feet light as air. Unicorns trotted gracefully around the dance floor, their manes shimmering with all the colors of the rainbow. On the second night, a magnificent fireworks display lit up the sky, and the guests danced under the stars. Everyone was amazed by the beautiful patterns and colors that filled the night. The laughter and joy of the guests could be heard throughout the kingdom, and it seemed like the whole world was celebrating the princess's birthday. On the third and final night, the magical creatures of the kingdom joined the celebration. Elves played beautiful music on their flutes, while gentle giants performed incredible acrobatics. Mermaids from the crystal-clear lake sang the sweetest melodies, and the fairies granted special wishes to the guests. It was on this magical night that a handsome prince named William arrived at the ball. He had heard about the magical celebration and had traveled from a distant land to meet the beautiful princesses. Lily and Rose were both charmed by Prince William, and they each hoped that he would choose one of them to dance with. As the prince approached, the two princesses felt their hearts racing with excitement. But instead of choosing one princess over the other, Prince William asked if he could dance with both of them. The princesses agreed, and they danced gracefully, one on each side of the prince. As they danced, Prince William told the princesses about his kingdom and the many adventures he had experienced in his travels. Lily and Rose listened intently, their eyes filled with wonder. They took turns sharing stories from their own lives, and they discovered that they had much in common with the prince. They spoke about their love for nature, their favorite books, and their dreams for the future. As the night went on, the two princesses realized that they were not competing for the prince's attention, but enjoying his company together. They laughed and shared stories, and by the end of the night, they had become close friends with Prince William. The magical ball came to an end, and everyone agreed that it had been the most wonderful celebration the kingdom had ever seen. The castle was filled with warmth, love, and happiness, and the memories of the magical nights would stay with the guests forever. When it was time for Prince William to return to his kingdom, the princesses knew that they would always remember the wonderful evenings they had shared. They had learned a valuable lesson. True friendship and love do not require competition or jealousy. As they waved goodbye to their new friend, they promised to visit his kingdom and share more adventures together. The magical mirror, which had been placed in the castle, had shown the true hearts of Lily, Rose, and Prince William. The mirror reflected their kindness, love, and friendship, proving that true beauty lies within. From that day on, the kingdom was filled with even more happiness and love. The people knew that their beloved princesses had not only brought joy to their own lives, but had also taught them a valuable lesson about the importance of friendship, love, and inner beauty. Lily and Rose continued to rule their kingdom with grace and wisdom, always remembering the magical memories of the ball and their friendship with Prince William. They made sure to spread love and kindness throughout the land, inspiring everyone to be their best selves. As the years went by, the story of the magical ball became a cherished tale in the kingdom. Parents would tell their children about the enchanting nights, the laughter and dancing, and the lessons learned by the princesses and the prince. And so, the legacy of the magical ball lived on, a reminder to all that true happiness comes from within, and that love and friendship are the greatest treasures one can find, and they all lived happily ever after. The end. Once upon a time, in the heart of a peaceful forest, there lived an old bear named Grandpa Bear. He had a cozy little house made of sticks and leaves, and he loved it very much. Grandpa Bear had many friends in the forest, like Benny the Bunny, Sally the Squirrel, and Tommy the Turtle. They would often visit him, and they loved spending time together. One stormy night, the wind blew very hard, and the rain poured down like a waterfall. When the storm was over, Grandpa Bear's house was destroyed. The sticks were scattered, and the leaves were blown away. Grandpa Bear felt very sad and didn't know what to do. Benny the Bunny hopped by and saw Grandpa Bear's destroyed house. He felt sorry for his friend and wanted to help. "Don't worry, Grandpa Bear," Benny said. "I'll call our friends and we'll build you a new house." So, Benny went to find Sally the Squirrel and Tommy the Turtle. When they heard the news, they all agreed to help their dear friend Grandpa Bear. The next day, the friends gathered at Grandpa Bear's place to start building a new house. Benny the bunny used his strong legs to dig a nice foundation. Sally the squirrel climbed the trees to find strong branches, and Tommy the turtle carried the leaves on his back. As they worked together, they shared happy stories and laughed together, making the work even more enjoyable. The forest was filled with joy, and all the animals came to see what was happening. They too wanted to help, so they joined in the fun. Mr. Beaver used his strong teeth to cut logs, while Mrs. Bird collected soft grass and twigs for a cozy bed. Even the tiny ants helped by carrying small pebbles to make a sturdy path to the new house. As the sun began to set, Grandpa Bear's new house was finally complete. It was even better than before. It had a sturdy roof, cozy rooms, and a beautiful garden filled with flowers and yummy berries. Grandpa Bear couldn't believe his eyes. He was so grateful for his friends' help and kindness. "Thank you, my dear friends," he said with tears in his eyes. "My new house is amazing, and I couldn't have done it without you all." That night, Grandpa Bear invited everyone to a housewarming party. They danced, sang songs, and feasted on delicious treats under the twinkling stars. As the moon rose high in the sky, everyone felt tired and happy. It was finally time for bed, and Grandpa Bear's friends tucked him into his soft, warm bed. The forest was peaceful, and the stars twinkled like diamonds in the sky. Grandpa Bear smiled as he drifted off to sleep, feeling safe and loved in his new home. And from that day on, Grandpa Bear and his friends knew that they could always count on each other, no matter what challenges came their way. And they lived happily ever after, in their beautiful forest, filled with love and friendship. Good night, children. May your dreams be filled with warmth of friendship.